twins here, Lulu and Lala from iHeartRadio with the man of the hour, Lala, Nicky Jam. Going fast.
You guys always have the best energy.
Yeah. Before anything, how are you holding up with this whole quarantine? ¿Cómo está la familia? Everything good?
Well, I mean, we all keeping safe. It's kind of scary, the whole situation, because you don't know what's really going on. Like,
right.
Some people say, like, you could get it just if you go outside because of the air. Some people say you really have to have contact with people, and I don't know, somebody has to cough in your face. Like, you don't really know what's going on, so it's kind of a little scary. And sometimes you hear that. Well, I've heard that only old people get affected by it. That I'm not saying is a good thing, but then I'm seeing young people dying as well. It's so confusing. The whole situation is something that my assistant got it, and he's been doing quarantine for almost like 17 days already.
Wow. Well, hopefully he's staying safe.
We're all good. We're all good. Thank God, and he's okay too. Everybody's okay.
Perfect. Well, congratulations, Nicky Jam and Ganador is out. Docu-series. We watched the whole thing on Netflix. And wow, yeah, we learned a lot about you. I remember you spoke to us before when you guys were filming and editing, and now that we got to see the whole thing, it's kind of like, I didn't know that side of you. It was very eye-opener. Interesting to say the least. We want to know, why did you want people to know your story? And was it hard for you to get permission from everyone, like your family and Daddy Yankee, because you get very personal?
Well, Daddy Yankee was not really too hard, because what we talked about Daddy Yankee wasn't really too personal. Right. The hard part was more my mom and my dad, because we really went personal there. And I had to have a meeting with them, and it wasn't easy, but I told them, I think it's really important to tell our story, because it's our legacy. There's nothing you should be ashamed of. Like, my mom today is a woman that she's doing so good right now, and she's healthy, she's doing good in life, and she's an example for a lot of people. My dad as well, and me as well. So I think there's nothing. If they were still on drugs, I would have been like, yeah, I don't think right. This is a story you want to tell. But everybody is clean. Everybody got out of it. Everybody is a hero. So. I needed to get that. I needed to get a lot of things off my chest. I think I needed people to understand me more, understand where I came from, and if tomorrow I mess up, they understand why.
You're back covered. Now, you worked with Jesse Terrero. Did he come looking for you, or did you go looking for him to be the one to produce? And because it was very well put together, so how did that come about? I mean, look, me and Jesse, we come way back. We've done a lot of videos together, and I could say I told him about my story, and as soon as I told him about my story, it woke him up, and he said, we gotta do this. First it was gonna be a movie. He was thinking about doing a movie, and then we said, nah, I think we got to do the series. I think it's what's going on right now, and it's something that hasn't been done in the Spanish market. And the whole focus about this was to make a lot of young kids that are in the streets right now doing things they shouldn't do, and hanging out with the wrong crowd and doing drugs and all this, to see what I went through, so they know there's faith. Like there's a good, you could get out of it. You could get out of it. You could live a good life. And look at me, like, you look everything I accomplished. You know what I'm saying? And my life is not a coincidence. I mean, you're talking about a guy that had nothing, was in drugs, was in jail, was the embarrassment of the reggaeton movement, and went from that to doing breaking records and more than 1 billion views on YouTube, getting a Grammy, doing more than 3 Hollywood movies. You've definitely overcame a lot, and you've accomplished a lot.
Yeah, so it's not even about what I've accomplished. It's about what have I accomplished after all I went through.
Yeah,
because that's
easily given up.
that's the magic of the story. Is like, okay, you see, like if you probably thought you was in a bad situation. This guy was in a real bad situation, and he left that, and he got strong, and he left the drugs. He sacrificed a lot of things in life, and now look where he's at. So you could do it too. That's my main goal, and it's happy. It makes me happy because a lot of people from church, like pastors from churches, told me, Nicky, you've done with this story what a lot of us as pastors haven't done. Yeah. So that fills me up, and that makes me happy, and that's my legacy. Like, I could go tomorrow with God and leave this earth, but I'm gonna leave very happy because I gave my legacy, and I gave so much education to these young cats in the streets right now.
You sure have. Now, while you were writing the series and shooting it, the scenes with your mom, how hard was it? Because it's kind of like you're reliving that pain that you endured, in your life.
Well, when I was filming, there's a part where I'm having a conversation with my mom on the phone, and she's kind of like ignoring me because she wasn't ready to, talk to me. I started crying. People were like, directors was like, oh my God, this guy's a good actor. And like, it wasn't really like good actor skills. It was me, living it up again, reminiscing those bad days. So of course, like my whole life I was working, trying to be famous so I could get in contact with my mom, because it hurt me so much that my mom didn't, in my mind, my mom didn't want to see me again. She didn't care about me. She abandoned me, or whatever I thought in those days.
And speaking of your mom, now that we're talking about her, we have a few people that have had the same upbringing, where the mom has chosen the drugs because it's an addiction. So it's very hard. It's a disease. It's very hard to get out of it. And so, the mom has chosen that over the kids, not because they want to, just because of how the drugs are. What advice can you give? Like, did you hold resentment at some point or hate towards your mom while you were growing up?
Well, the thing is, I became a drug addict as well, so I understand her more, and I know what it is. It's a weakness, that we have in our blood, and I don't think it comes from my mom. I mean, my mom came from a really strong. People could judge my mom if they want, but they don't understand where she come from. I mean, she was raped when she was young. She was adopted. Like, she came from a strong background. So, like I said, whoever judges my mom, you can't judge nobody. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what they've been through to do what they are doing. Like, she found drugs. Drugs was her escape.
Right. Yeah.
To a lot of bad things that happened to her. You know what I'm saying? And it made her lose her son and her daughter for a lot of years, and that's a price that she paid, and she's still paying till this day. Even if we're together right now and we're loving each other, and there's a lot of years. There's a gap of almost 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of 20 years that we didn't be together. That till this day, sometimes it could be a little bit awkward when we're sitting down, because it's like there's a lot of things that. Imagine sitting down with your mom after 20 years, and she will try to act like she's still your mom.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard, but every day it gets better every day.
So what advice can you give those kids or those adults that went through that and still have that como que they haven't forgiven, or they still hold that like grudge against?
Well, that's exactly what I was telling you, why you don't know what she went through.
Right.
That's where it comes from. Like, you don't know what your mom went through to get there. So you have to have patience and understand her too. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is a human being. You can't judge. That's what I'm saying. You can't judge her. Right. If your mom is in that situation, you have to look and you have to do your homework and see what took her to that world. Why is she doing drugs? Why is she seeing drugs as her escape mode? So you can understand her better as a human being. Because myself, the reason why I went into drugs was because I was escaping a lot of things that were happening in my life.
Right.
And then I realized that it wasn't the right way. But just understand her. See what happened to her, so you can understand her more and be a better help. I mean, yeah, and resentment and all that. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you this. Like, if you know my story, you know I was never a person of resentment. No. I was always a person that a lot of people in the industry gave me the back and never helped me. And I recorded with each one of them, you know, and I did music with all of them, and I showed them that the right way is the Jesus Christ ways. You know, the way he would have dealt with the situation, you know, and I'm just a follower of God. I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, and resentment is not a word for me. I hate the word resentment.
Yeah, I think it holds you down. It doesn't let you move ahead.
It doesn't let you get out of your comfort zone. It doesn't let you do anything. It doesn't let you evolve as a human being. I see a lot of resentment people in the world every day, and even I could be in the airport, and the person that's checking my bag, you could tell that he don't like me, you know, and he's checking my bag with an attitude because he knows that I'm doing good in life, but you know, like,
yeah, you're right.
You gotta understand what is he going through. Like,
that's right.
Problem, like, what is it? You know what I'm saying?
Now, watching the whole series, we've noticed that, óyeme, you are tremendo, cabeciduro, stubborn, and the biggest flirt. And there were times in the series where I'm like, pero why, niño? Abre los ojos. It was like me trying to reach out to you during the series because I got so invested in it. Have you been able to control now, being everything that you've gone through, your stubborn ways?
Oh my God. I mean, you have to be a stubborn person to be the successful person and disciplined person I am today.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. I mean, you know, like, I went through so much in life, and I've learned out of those, you know, hard-headed decisions that I took. And you know, like, I was crazy, and the whole I could say you gotta understand, I've been famous since I was 12 years old.
Yes. In
my country. So today, everything I have and all the fame I have and all the discipline I have, like, God gave it to me in a good moment in life where I don't care about none of those things anymore because I lived 20 years of craziness. Mm-hmm. If God would have gave me what I have now when I was 20 years old, woo, oh my God. So, yeah, so, you know, I needed to be that stupid, because I think you could say it was a stupid kid, stubborn, you know, hard-headed kid, to be the disciplined brand that I am today and the mind I am today. You don't get to where I get if you're not smart and you're not, and you don't make good decisions in life. So, I mean, I thank God. I do not. I'm gonna tell you this. I will not change anything in my past. I will not change
who you are now.
I will not change anything in my past. I will definitely go through it again because it makes me the strongest MF in the world right now, and I'm ready for whatever.
There's a scene in the series. I don't want to give too much away since people haven't, you know, if they haven't watched it, I don't want to be the spoiler. But Juan Diego, which is your manager, there's a scene where you could have chosen, because of the label, wanted to give you everything, but not have him involved. That's a hard decision. That's a hard decision, and it was very, like, relieving for me to see how loyal you were, because there's been many people that it's like, all right, bye, see you. You could have easily gone that route.
Juan Diego, you could say it's almost, if he's not 50, he's 60% of my success. You know, he's the father figure that I needed. My dad was always been a good father figure, but my dad don't know the business.
Right.
My dad don't understand the whole music scene and don't understand his lifestyle. And he did understand it, and it's like I'm gonna give you a good example. Like, when you have your father, he's always gonna be your father, but then you have the coach in school, and the coach is like your second father figure.
Right.
That's what Juan Diego is to me. He's like the coach. He's my coach in life and a lot of things. And today I'm a guy that I have hotel businesses. I have a resort. I have a transportation business. I have a lot of businesses today that I don't need music to live, thanks for Juan Diego, where he took me. You know, he said he made my brand believable to get a Hublot ambassador business where they made my watch. He made my brand big so I could be in Hollywood movies. All this is good management. All this is what my manager did. So I knew exactly where he was going to take me. So when the record label offered me all this money and all this success they were going to give me, I 100% knew that it wasn't going to be the right route. I needed to stick with my manager. Sorry about my little chihuahua.
No, okay. We have a doggy too. Well, we honestly, I love that to see, because in this business, it's so grimy sometimes, and to see the loyalty that you had to a person that really believed in you, it was like, wow, you know,
refreshing to see.
Some people in this business can get lost and just take the first thing,
just to money hungry.
Yeah, get money hungry, but it's not always about the money. It's about the people around you and the loyalty that they have towards you. So it was nice.
Amen.
That's just it. Yeah. Now, in all, and we're gonna end it with this question: what do you think has been your biggest success, in life so far?
Wow, that's a crazy question, because I've done a lot. Okay, biggest success in life. When you say success, you mean accomplishment in my business as a musician?
I mean, overall, it could be anything. Like, what do you consider your biggest success? Because we have one. We have one for you, but we want to know what you think.
My biggest success is to do a comeback from losing it all, being a singer from 1992 and still being on top in 2020. That's my biggest success, to maintain myself as a singer after all these years and have a good career. And that's everything. That's the key of a good career. I think that's my biggest success, you know, when it comes to all this. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of, you just asked me for one, but there's a lot.
You have accomplished a lot, but can we tell you what we think after watching the series?
Yeah, sure, of course.
We think that your biggest success thus far in life, and no amount of Grammy awards or anything could amount to it, is getting your mom out of drugs and keeping her with you at all times. That is something that most people can't do, because drug addiction is not easy. And for you to have done that, it's very admirable. It is. That's, to us, I
appreciate that, and I think the reason why I didn't say that is because I give that credit more to her. You know, she did a good job, because she could have said no, and she could have been a mess. You know, and she was strong enough. So I can't take that credit that much, but I know what you mean. If I will take a credit, is I think my big success is to be the one that saved the family and put the family, everybody's okay. Thank God nobody's missing anything. Everybody has their homes. Everybody has everything. And that for me is a good success. I think that's priceless, to say my dad has his house because he doesn't have to worry about his mortgage or nothing, because it's paid for. My mom, my sister, my whole family. And rethinking about the question, I think that would be my biggest success, making my family capitalize and be okay. You know what I'm saying? So I feel very proud about that. And yes, my mom, I helped my mom leave the drugs and everything, but I do give more credit to her for that, because I needed to really want to leave the drugs myself. Nobody could have helped me on that, not even my dad, and he was there the whole time. But if I didn't want to do it, I was never going to do it.
Exactly. Family above all is what I say.
Amen.
So what's the next step? What can we look forward to in the future for Nicky Jam?
Well, you know, I'm focused into movies right now. Like that's my acting right now is my new passion, and I'm really.
And you're very good at it, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, it's something that I enjoy. Just like, you know, when you like music, I've been doing it for so many years, and you know, the best moment of any career is the process.
Yes.
You know, the process. So right now, I'm still in the process of being a great actor. A musician, I've done it all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep doing the music because it's something that I love a lot. but I'm enjoying so much the acting thing. I just I got like 2 more movies that they gave me in Hollywood right now, so it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I'm happy. I'm hearing directors saying they like what I did, and you know, the Netflix thing helped me a lot too, because you know, it's like it's like my resume as an actor, and they see what I have and how good my face is on screen when it comes to projecting a message. So that's awesome.
I'm so excited for you.
Yeah,
we're really happy. It's inspired us, and it's a great series, and we invite everyone to go check it out right now. Netflix, Nicky Jam, and Ganador. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless. Love you both. You guys always have the best energy in the world. God bless.
Igualmente. Very soon.
Okay.